Okay, we are streaming as well. Okay, few more members coming in, and we are streaming.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Naveen. And Naveen is like bichdo ke mile, huh? Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Good evening. Hishab. Hishab.
No, sir, Rishabh.
क्या हिशब हिशब
ऋषभ HRITI के ऋतिक जैसे
अच्छा
होता है ना वैसे
ओके ओके ऋषभ
यस सर
सही है भाई ऋतिक जैसे ऋषभ निकले हो ओके अरे नहीं व्हाट इज द लॉजिक बिहाइंड दिस गाइस
एच साइलेंट होता है सर
नहीं नहीं बट लॉजिक क्या होता है व्हाई देन व्हाट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस व्हाई पीपल राइट दैट इन दैट केस कुछ होता है क्या मतलब इज देयर एस्ट्रोलॉजी और समथिंग बिहाइंड इट
लॉजिक
क्योंकि देयर आर ऋषभ डायरेक्टली आर से भी शुरू होता है सो एडिंग एच पता नहीं ओके ठीक है सो गुड इवनिंग ऋषभ okay guys
yes
so yeah so chalo let's get started for the session guys dekho this today's one we are going to do it with two of the guys okay so I'll be there plus I have even invited Mr. Ramesh okay so he is actually my brother itself लेकिन फिर भी मिस्टर रमीश करना पड़ रहा है ठीक है तो ऐसे होता है पब्लिक के सामने भैया भैया करोगे तो पब्लिक आएगी बोलेंगे क्या चल रहा है घर का काम हो गया है तुम्हारे ठीक ओके सो आई एम मेकिंग यू एडमिन ओके भैया फाइन
ठीक है तो चलो
okay देखो guys there are primarily two things here okay so my brother he has been working as a HR in multiple companies since a long time okay so he's also there in the market since like before me he started joining this industry he worked with big companies okay Cognizant and there are a lot of other names where he has worked through okay Virtusa, Polaris, Persistence and multiple other things so he's playing the role there as a HR okay and as a human resource what exactly they look for when they get a person inside from the market or from internal of the company to really getting it allocated to the project and he has done multiple campus placement rounds as well he has done multiple off campuses also then he was doing this remote recruitment also plus within the company also this bench and other pool is there so like he knows the picture behind how the HR actually bridges people pulls them in what they look for what they don't look for and then going it forward okay so you need to understand. So there is a person in the market. From there is this layer of company, and they will have requirement. Now the HR is the zone from which everybody passes through in the system, finally goes through the interview, and then goes on with the further step. Okay, and there are a lot of things which many people are not aware, and if they don't do that accordingly during filtering out, okay, at multiple stages the candidates can get easily filtered out because they are not prepared enough to really pass through those minute details okay and at one side we all know ki the market is really crowded so there are so many people in the market every job posting you put literally behind the screen we get like many profiles like एक post डालेंगे like 1,000 applications are coming on Naukri ठीक है recently I was even discussing with my company HR they are like resumes are so much you put a post people are applying even for experience profile all freshers are applying and slowly now it is getting even worse because many of these companies so they are now right now kind of slowing down their hiring process as well they are freezing the recruitment as well some small scale companies and many like market is really turning out bad as well okay and we don't know for how long this is going to be and how exactly it will all become back to normal but you need to understand that no matter how bad the market gets okay there is always going to be continuous project development okay and there will always be need of good people because software industry is not closing okay it will always be there there is always need of good people and let me tell you okay, what I feel okay, where the problem has happened. And even in recent interview, while Mark Zuckerberg was saying all those facts about why they laid off and all that. Okay. What they said is during COVID times, all of a sudden, everybody became digital. The world closed down. Everybody came to software. All businesses, transactions, everything. Okay. And like he said is, so when so much of traffic grew, immediately there was huge hits and everything, the profit, everything multiplied. And what he said was, he then as a Facebook company, they anticipated that this change will stay there for a long time and then multiplication will happen. So that change will be adapted and the company will further grow. But now he said ki after lockdown, he's now the market they are observing is slowly the things are coming back to normal as well. Okay. So whatever they assumed, and with that they did a lot of investment. Now slowly the things are coming back to normal. So that change was not permanent change due to COVID. And right now also you might be seeing many companies they are starting to work back from office at least 2 days a week. Those models are happening. Some of the companies still going remote, but point is things did not work as expected. And there is one very uh, sad situation. Okay, you might say it's a good situation, but the way I was looking at it from company perspective, multiple, we were doing a lot of hiring during this COVID times and all that. Okay, so what was happening is people without right technical capability were taking huge packages, and that was becoming very common. So not having right knowledge, but super hyped packages. That's how it was happening. Okay, why? Because people wanted, like companies wanted more people, and somehow the people learn the art of just cracking the interview, and they were just doing like they are sitting at a home. So they give one interview, they fail, they try n number of times, they pass, they take that offer. They go to some other company, they show that offer, increment, increment, increment. 5, 6 companies in a chain, the package amounts were getting pretty huge. We literally saw people with what 3 years of experience holding already an offer of 22 lakhs, and then they are demanding by we need 26 lakhs and all. Okay? And the market situation was so bad, the companies were even paying that much. Okay? Now you can imagine this is just like stock market, share market. Okay, undervalued people getting big rewarded, the market will correct itself. And now that correction is happening because companies cannot pay unjustified money to people, and because there is business, there is a lot of things. And now the recession, that's where you will see many companies who recruited in the past laying off, packages coming down. But now even so we don't know abhi kya hone wala hai market. Okay, but it is all fine. That's part of life, the phase of life. But you just need to know that good people will always be required regardless of what goes ups and downs. First, second thing you should always remember that whatever money you draw, you should be able to justify that. If you don't justify your money, there will be consequences. We don't know when it happens, from where it happens. Okay, so always get unjustified money. If you take, there will be consequences. Even applies to me. Okay, if I am getting a bigger package, if I don't do accordingly, I would have to face consequences. This is how it works. And it does not matter in the past you would have done great work. Okay, so in the past you did great work, you reached a position, now you are rewarded certain amount. If you don't continue to justify that money, okay, so there will be consequences. So remember, it's a forever for long process. So, but yes, telling all that thing done, you need to first understand what's the market situation right now. And the second thing is, how do you make way through all of this thing? Okay. And if you are good, the market still is open and they will still be recruiting. But you need to really be good. Okay. And the second thing is, from this so much crowded market where there are people laid off, where there are new people coming out of colleges, they also applying, from such a kind of a huge volume of crowd, how do you filter inside the company, reach to the interview rounds, reach to the technicals, and then filter it through end to end? Okay, those art is really required more than anything right now, because yes, openings are there, but reaching to the right place at the right time is very important. And guys, HR look a simple. I know simple. I've seen HR literally working. They call a person. If the person is not lifting call, they simply mark it. Okay, no answer. Moving to the next. That's it. And they might not follow up again as well. So you're just one. If you're out of network, that's it. You might just miss that call. Okay. So you need to be really careful and critical because there are a lot of profiles and a lot of, okay. The more details about it, okay, how exactly a job seeker should behave, what he should do, what he should not do. So already since my brother is HR, so he knows multiple things what we focus upon. Okay. So step by step, he's going to walk through all of those pieces with you guys. So be involved, take some running notes about it, come up with your own strategies how to do it. And plus he's having contacts with a lot of other HRs of the companies as well. So whenever there is any job opening which comes in their circle, genuine openings, whenever it comes in their circle, so they have created, I think, an internal WhatsApp group where they keep posting those things. So if you are very actively looking for a job, so I will be sharing that link of that WhatsApp. Okay, maybe here itself on Zoom I will share it in some time. So as part of that, we just keep posting the job posting. So maybe you can apply and check it out. Okay. And just hope for the best, guys. Okay, tough times is part of life. If your knowledge is growing, if you are growing as a person, so definitely there is a good job waiting for you. Hmm? Okay. So yes, Ramesh. So what exactly is the plan for today for everyone? What are we going to do?
ठीक है. So first of all, thank you for inviting me for this particular session. Okay, guys, so Tausif already gave some introduction about me. I will just like to talk a few things before starting so that you get a better understanding about what I exactly did and how the session is going to be. So you can just try to align how it is going to be. And the thing is, we have time till 10 o'clock, like 2 hours somewhat. So make notes of this particular thing. And I would suggest you to start following these things as I will be talking about. And as and when you do this, I'm pretty sure if you guys start doing these things, which we will just discuss, the job search time for you will reduce as like it would be half. If in case you start searching for a job now, if it is supposed to get a job in next 60 days, you will get a job in next 30 days as well. So that is what it is going to be. So it's really going to be an important one. And I will talk on the basis of practical experience that I have while working in quite a few MNCs, as Tausif has said. So to start with, I worked with quite a few MNCs like Cognizant was there, Virtusa was there, Polaris, Worldwide Network Services, and I was a part of IT recruitment. So the career which stretched like more than 14 years, 13 to 14 years, I was a part of recruitment team there. I was a part of talent management team. I was a part of team which is known as Global Workforce Management team as well. This particular team is responsible for placing people which are hired across the requirements across the projects. And this particular team which works with project managers to see whether the requirement which is raised, whether it is valid. And this is the team who gives approvals to go for external hiring. So काफी सारे checkpoints रहते हैं before a requirement goes for approval for external hiring. So I was a part of this team as well. So in all, I know how things work. Recruiter perspective के पास से भी the requirements of whether they are valid, what happens, where to get for more requirements. So ये सब चीजें रहते हैं. So now, as I said, we will talk. I would like to talk in a manner that a job seeker has started looking for a job, what all things he is doing right, if he is doing something wrong, where he is going wrong, and step by step, you can see where you stand in this particular process and start applying these things. As simple as that. So there are two things basically, okay? Three things, in fact. The first of all, if you are looking for a job, you should know where to look for a job. That is point number one. And once you know where to look for a job, if you come across the requirements, you should know how to apply for those requirements, which are the sites and what exactly you should do so that your resume reaches there. And the third thing is, there is a process what you should follow, the mindset that you should have. This is the first phase. If you clear all these things, if recruiter calls you, if your interview is aligned, then comes the second phase that is more into interview cracking. What is expected there, what you should talk, what you should speak. So these are two phases. So what exactly happened, guys? Okay, first of all, just assume that you are looking for a job. You are looking for a job irrespective of whether you are a fresher or whether you have an experience. If you are working somewhere, if you are looking for a job, the first and the most important thing is your resume. So first of all, the observation is that the resumes that we get are not properly updated. If you are a fresher, if you are looking for a job, there should be some internships added in your resume. That's simple, right? Here you are standing in a queue of 10 to 15 people and there are only 2 job requirements, we will hire a person, a manager will hire those people who have done some internships and have done some training and have updated those things in the resume. Similarly, if you are currently working somewhere, if you are looking to switch for a job, you should ensure that your resume is up to date. Your resume is up to date. Everything that you have been currently working on, the skill sets, everything has been properly updated there. That is how it starts. Once you have your resume, then comes a once your resume is updated, then comes a way, then comes a process how you start actually approaching the different channels. So what do people generally do, guys? In olden days, or people used to approach consultancies. They used to see whether there are any jobs there. That thing is still being followed, but there are many more additions to that. And along with these consultancies, there used to be some walk-in interviews. There used to be some campus interviews in case of freshers. There used to be some mega weekend drives. ये सब चीजें रहती थी. और along with this, career pages तो है, times job, ये सब चीजें है. But now the things have changed. The market has changed. The approach have changed. People do companies do not any longer require on campus interviews for selecting a fresher. That is just a part of it. So what else you should do, guys? एक बार resume आने के बाद, if it's campus interview, we will cover a part of interview later in second half of our session. But if you are not selected in a campus interview, then what you have to do, there are some channels, there are a few things that you have to do. And these things are, you have to look at the platforms which are there made for you. Once your resume is with you, explore the platforms, guys. Explore the platforms. Like if you are a fresher, there are many platforms like there is Infosys, who is hiring people by doing various hackathons. There is something known as InfiTQ, Hack with Infi. Look at these things, guys. If you are looking for a job, you have to be vigilant. Opportunities can come from anywhere. You have to be vigilant and you have to grab that opportunity as soon as it comes in. The Infosys ke baad mein TCS is doing something known as Ninja hiring. They hire people once a year across any platform, irrespective of any campus. Everyone can apply to it. So this is what comes when it comes to freshers applying in the specific platforms. Uske baad internships, internshala.com is there, Hiris is there. So the whole point is that you have to explore. Google hai, try to Google it. You have to put in that best step so that you can maximize the efforts. Uske baad, guys, similarly, if you are an experienced person, what all things you can do? So before moving further, there is one basic thing, guys. You have to use your logic while you are looking for a job. Why I'm saying logic, guys? Not every company will hire. You should know a few companies which are hiring. First of all, just get in touch with the people around and try to see if there is any specific company who is hiring in your particular location, who is ramping up in your particular location. If any company is doing a bulk hiring. If you find this by any ways, by doing a Google search or getting in touch with your colleagues, if you are able to understand and find that company who is hiring bulk, who is going ahead with bulk requirements, then your chances of getting selected in this particular company are more. Because whenever we used to go ahead with bulk hiring, with some ramp up happening, then we used to hire many people. And at this point of time, fulfilling numbers is more important. And the requirements come in a way that we have targets. Like even when we conduct campus interview for one particular horizontal, in a year, we used to select some 7,000 people across all locations in Cognizant. So there are targets which are supposed to be fulfilled. So dekho ramp ups ho rahe hai kya? That is how you should focus. Or once you see that, then we are talking about career pages. Hai. Log into the career page of this particular company, make your profile, update your profile there. Uske baad jo hai, update your profile in some of the job search engines. Kafi basic thing. It is a basic thing, but you still do not get call. I will tell you why you do not get calls, and we will talk about that thing as well as we gradually move ahead with our discussion. So first of all, वहां पर भी update करना है आपको. फिर उसके बाद में जो है career pages पे update करना है. Then LinkedIn is altogether a different thing. We will talk about that as well. So first of all, make your resume handy so that you can upload on these particular platforms. उसके बाद में find करो which company is hiring, which are the companies which are hiring for your skill set, so that you can start approaching the people from those companies on LinkedIn, then on the websites, on career pages. Like Amazon had a major ramp up in Hyderabad 3 years back. They have the biggest location in India, as far as I know, is currently in Hyderabad when it comes to Amazon. They were hiring many people, and the maximum people that they selected were from the people who have updated their resumes in the career pages as well. A few friends of mine, they had just updated and registered their details. They got calls, and the selection was very easy. Generally Amazon के interviews जो है there are very tough, एक के बाद एक things happen, but here they approach those people who have registered with them. So career pages का भी it is very important to do.
So
We'll
guys,
talk
what
about-
guys, so what is he saying is directly if you go to the official websites of the companies, so go to their websites, there will be career pages, even create an account there, because that shows that you really want to work for that company. So they are giving more preference rather than Naukri say applying just, so they are focusing. Okay, so you can filter out the best companies where you want to work. 10-20 companies list bana ke, create pages there, upload there also, apply from there also, multiple sources. Okay, that is going to give more better value compared to just Naukri and other profile applying or even LinkedIn also. Okay, yeah, please continue.
ठीक है guys, तो ये एक particular process हो गया, job search का channel हो गया. The second thing is there is a way how you can get the requirements. There are people who are helping you with this. Like we have some groups. I being an HR person, I have many people who work as an HR people around. In fact, I am a part of some groups wherein latest requirements are shared from all available across locations. So we keep getting requirements in this particular form. Like people keep testing the email ID, share it to share the resume with them. And when the people start sharing the resumes, the observation is that for one particular opportunity, some hundreds of resumes are coming in, but the recruiter is unable to understand which resume should he open, which is the valid resume. And when this happens, the recruiter just overlooks that resume because he has many resumes from which he can select. Right? So first of all, if in case you come across any particular requirement wherein the email ID has been specified, and if you are supposed to share a resume, do few things right. Common mistake that people do is they do not write a proper write-up on the email body. They do not rename the resume name, and at the same time, they do not write the subject line. That's some basic mistakes that people do. If you're not writing a subject line, the interviewer, the recruiter who gets your resume in his inbox, who is working on 5 to 6 skill sets, will not be in a position to understand which requirement you have applied for. If you have not renamed your resume and if you have not updated the subject line. तो बहुत ज्यादा important है कि आपके subject line में apply, write the how much, what is your name, how much experience you have, and which skill set are you applying for. Once you do this, rename your resume, and your half the work will be done here, guys. Believe me, if you are not doing this, recruiter आपका resume open ही नहीं करेगा, because he will not understand कि किसके लिए करना है, and you will have 100 of resumes. He will just keep moving these resumes into PST, unread emails, and as well. तो आपके पास वो पहुंचेगा ही नहीं. इसी के लिए रिक्रूटर्स आपको कॉल नहीं करते if you share your resumes with them. So this is one important thing. उसके बाद में the further thing is that recruiter
Okay, one more thing guys to add. Okay, so just having fancy title of the emails are not enough. Why? Because he's having one mailbox. So let's say tausif@xyz.com, and in the company there are so many profiles. So just putting up a title, okay, I'm very excited to give my best shot, that will also not work, because precise, you have to be precise. This much experience for this job title, you applying, and then you add something. The subject में care about these particulars. If you are dropping emails to the HRs, ठीक है, तो खाली मतलब खुद को Superman show करने पे don't go with the title. Be precise also कि why you are applying, how much experience you have, so that will work much. And then combine it with yes something striking. Why enthusiastic, done very complicated things in the past, okay, or R&D and loves to R&D and explore and would like to give best to your company, something like that. Okay, yeah, please continue.
Okay, so there are few things, guys. Recruiter first of all, as we discussed, will look at your subject line. उसके बाद resume का name देखेगा. Then he will drill down further and see what exactly you have written on your email body. Is how many of you have who have heard about cover letter, right? I'm assuming that people know what cover letter is, or they might have heard something known as cover letter somewhere. So now, what is cover letter, guys? It is something which is very basic. It is not a rocket science. It's a simple thing. Whatever you write on the email body is known as cover letter. इस पुराने जमाने में जब कोरियर से रेज्यूमेस भेजते थे, when someone used to apply, they used to follow a practice के email resume के पहले they used to write one particular page, and on that particular page they used to just give a gist about that resume. That is how the cover letter word came into picture. And now we no longer deal with forwarding the resumes in most of the organizations through like mails and all that stuff. So now we follow the process which is email. Everything is online. So email body पर जो चीज लिखे हुआ है, it is known as cover letter. So it's not complex, guys. People get confused because when they try to search for cover letter, there are so many sites which are offering to make a cover letter. They are charging them heavy for that. There are different samples, different formats. People get a bit confused to actually what to write on the email body. As if I explain you what I look for from a particular candidate as a human resource professional, as a recruiter, is very simple. The first line would be, there would be 3 paragraphs. That's it. First of all, go ahead, hi, hello, whatever you want to do in a formal manner, best possible formal manner it should be. So write that particular thing. Then the first paragraph will be who you are, what you are applying for. If you are applying for a specific role with 5 years or 6 years of experience, this is what you have to specify in the first paragraph. Yes, I would like to apply for this particular requirement of I have for 6 years of 6 years of experience as a Java developer. I would like to apply for this particular role. उसके बाद में second paragraph would be the most important thing. Is how do you know about them? How did you come to know about that requirement? Generally, you will also get a job description. Technical terms में उसको JD बोल के छोड़ देते हैं. Job description is a description. वहां पर लोग specify करते हैं what they are looking for and what a person will have to do after joining the company. So job description के type में you have to align your cover letter. Okay, you have to align your cover letter according to the job description. The job description में few things रहेंगे जो highlighted which they are actually looking for you. तो जो center paragraph रहेगा, that thing go ahead and highlight those stuff which they are looking for and which you have done. वो तो fake ये वो नहीं करना है. Just elaborate those things which they are looking for and which are there in your experience. Second, उसमें just elaborate करो. I feel that I would be a best fit for this requirement because I have 7 years of experience in this. I've also gone through some trainings. That's it. Third paragraph would be just keep me updated. I'm eagerly waiting for your response. If you do these things right, half of the people who are saying that recruiters are not responding the emails will say that, okay, they are getting responses for the email. As we have been running some groups wherein we have been posting some requirement, there are people who have made these changes and who got results. There are people who got pasted in big MNCs, then startups, everything, mixed experience people have. Just these few changes. Now people will start responding you. Now this is cover letter. And now if you're manually applying, uske baad jo thing is, if they are not responding you, you have to do a follow-up. As if you are not doing a follow-up, you are again losing an opportunity to get a job. For an example, a recruiter gets some 150 or 200 emails on one particular day. It is highly impossible for him to spend time on your resume. And if in case he somehow overlooks your resume, then how will he know that this particular person is actually still working, still trying to get a job? And that is where the follow-up comes into picture. Very basic cheese, guys. Very basic cheese. Few people do not follow up stating that, will it good look? I am following up. Zyada eager dikh raha ho kya main? Because no, you have to follow up. Because if you do not follow up, the recruiter will miss your resume. Or he will overlook your resume and he will go ahead with someone else. By following up, you are again highlighting him your resume. You are refreshing your resume in his email box. As simple as that. फिर उसके बाद जो है guys, then once you follow up should be simple. Daily basis पे सुबह शाम नहीं करना है. Give a day's gap, then follow up. Guys, please keep me updated about the next process. That's it. name of the person whom you are coordinating with. Please keep me updated about the first process. I'm waiting for this. Something like that. 1-2 liners, formal liners. That's it. Because uske baad jo, if you start doing this thing, you will realize that recruiters will call you. The second thing, so people do not get calls. Okay, one more thing, guys. Whenever you are sharing a resume for a specific job description, guys, it is very important. You have to, people don't do it, because you have to have a look at your resume once again and realign it to the job description. Because what people do is they make one generic resume. In that they have written n number of things that they have worked on. It's good, but you have to highlight those things in that particular resume which the people are looking for. You have also worked on that. You know that you can do all these things. But if these things are not elaborated in your resume, then the people will not understand what you have done. For an example, अगर Java development है और उसको कुछ frameworks के बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, if you have worked on that, if you have done those or worked on those frameworks, then you have to elaborate these frameworks in your resume. That makes your life easy. And recruiter के पास इतना time नहीं होता है, guys. They only have a few things. Few 15 to 16 seconds. They look at that resume and then they move ahead to other things. So people here are again confused कि कितना लंबा resume रहना चाहिए. Should it be 5 pages? Should it be 6 pages? I will tell you something how you can just overcome that thing. People say that I met a person. He was having 15 years of experience, and what he did was entire 15 years of experience he just summed up into one page. He said that one of my friends said that recruiter के पास time नहीं रहता है, so he summed up 15 years of experience in one page. He was like 15 years of experience and he was looking for a job for 6 months. Was this the right thing to do? It was not the right thing to do. Recruiter के पास time नहीं रहता है, but there is what they look. There are a few things what they look while having a look at the resume. We'll talk about that as well. So what they exactly look. Guys, resume mein, chalo, let's do two things. First thing, I will talk about what exactly they look. 16 seconds के अंदर how to highlight it. And at the same time, let's cover one more point. Now, when you apply for jobs through job search portals, again, the query is that people do not respond. Call ही नहीं आते, right? Again, people are like, कितने opportunities के लिए apply करके रखे, इतने calls नहीं आ रहे. And when you actually look to this job search portals, you can find that for one particular opportunity, 4,000, 5,000 people have also applied. Then how will you get a call? There are a few things that you can do to enhance the chances of you getting a job, getting a call. Okay, I will tell you about that now. So when you update your resume there are a few things that you have to take care of. As resume ko, let me share my screen, guys. Let me share my screen. I will just show you a particular format. Just let me share my screen. I have opened the file somewhere. Okay. As you can see my screen. So यहाँ पर, okay, there is something why your resume doesn't go to a recruiter when you apply it in your career page. There is a system known as applicant tracking system. This particular system filters out your resume, and more than 60 to 70% resumes don't even reach the recruiter. So it's highly impossible for a recruiter. If 4,000 people are applying for a particular job, it is highly impossible for a recruiter to have a look at all those resumes. So there is a system known as applicant tracking system, and this system has been installed and used in most of the companies as of now. So there are a few things which can help you to clear this particular system. We will talk about now, and if you have not updated your resume in this particular manner, go ahead and do this after this call. We have a Sunday today, day after Sunday, Monday will be there. 2 to 3 days में upload करो अपने resume को in this particular format, and you will realize, you will see the difference. और similarly, ये resume का जो first phase रहेगा, well, I will be talking about that. जो रिक्रूटर्स व्हेन मैन्युअली यू शेयर रेज्यूमेस टू देम, उन लोग भी खाली इतना ही देखते हैं. इफ दे फाइंड दैट दिस इज गुड, दिस देन दे विल प्रोसीड अहेड. तो होता क्या है गाइस, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल रेज्यूमे सैंपल सिंपल रहता है. आई विल नॉट गो इनटू ऑल दोस लाइनिंग्स, राइटिंग्स एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ. ओके, उसके बाद जो रहता है समरी सेक्शन रहता है. गाइस ओके, वन मेजर मिस्टेक पीपल हैव बीन पेइंग. लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, रेज्यूमेस के लिए पे कर रहे हैं और रेज्यूमेस ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन में ले रहे हैं. फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल, कैनवा भी एक वेबसाइट है जहां पर रेज्यूमेस बनते हैं. तो लोग ग्राफिकल रिप्रेजेंटेशन जिसमें अलग अलग ग्राफिक्स रहते हैं यहाँ वहां से, वो टाइप के रेज्यूमेस यूज कर रहे हैं. एंड दे आर अज्यूमिंग दैट के दोज रेज्यूमेस आर द बेस्ट रेज्यूमेस. Guys, let me tell you, those are the resumes which will not clear ATS system. Because ATS system जो रहता है, they somehow they re-update themselves and अपने resume को उन लोग पूरा फिर से streamline करते हैं. So it is very necessary for everything should be in a particular plain good format. अब अगर आप ग्राफिकल्स यहाँ वहाँ यूज करते हो, if that resume goes through that search process, एप्लीकेंट ट्रैकिंग सिस्टम, सर्च प्रोसेस, तो वो रेज्यूमे वो सही तरीके से सिस्टम में प्रोसेस ही नहीं होता है. तो स्टॉप यूजिंग ग्राफिकल रेज्यूमेस. I have seen people who have paid quite a bit for going ahead for the graphical user resume, and as they have paid, they keep using that. You do not have to use that. नहीं तो आपको कॉल नहीं आएगी. और उसके बाद में guys, break your resumes in some sections. The first section will be summary section. First section will be summary section, very short. How much experience do you have? Which skill set have you worked on? As an ideally speaking, keep this thing on back of your mind. Your resume should be elaborating all those skills. वो skills आपके resume में ज़्यादा elaborate रहना चाहिए जो skill में आप job ढूंढ रहे हो. Okay, so something very important here. उसके बाद जो है, if you have worked on 3 companies, if you have worked on 3 companies, if you have worked on 2 companies, do not directly highlight the name of those companies. And you have done a few stuff in a company 1, you have done a few stuff in your second company. In both the companies, you have worked on a Java developer in some of the frameworks. So what you have to do is, resume में the second section is job profile. Write something known as job profile as a Java developer. ठीक है. और इसके बाद में in this particular section, job profile as a Java developer, you have to elaborate those things which you have done across your companies. If you have done worked in 5 companies, उसमें as a Java developer what you have did, update it in this particular section. Okay, अगर Java developer के साथ साथ और भी कुछ relevant technology on which you have worked, then it would be job profile in another technology. उसके नीचे डाल दो. To start with, अगर आप Java के बंदे हो, आप Java में job सर्च कर रहे हो, तो Java development के बारे में first second section में you have to write. पूरे कंपनी से extract करके point by point start writing it. ये हो गया आपका second section, job profile. Okay, और इसके बाद का है, this is my resume guys, this is my resume which I have made many years back, and let me tell you, if this same resume is updated in Naukri, even if I log into Naukri for any reason, I start getting calls. I still start getting calls. This format is that good. Okay, so खाली refresh हो जाते हैं. If you log into the particular portal, particular the search engine, your resume gets automatically refreshed. So that is what exactly happens. So the second section है summary के बाद job profile of whatever skill set that you have. Guys, after that, here will be professional experience details. Here will be professional experience details. यहाँ पर go ahead, start elaborating the exact details of what you have done organization wise. तो होता क्या है guys, अपन बता रहे थे कि when you share an email, when you share a resume in an email, तो recruiters के पास खाली 16 seconds रहते हैं. तो how do they take a call on that? तो ये first section रहता है ना, wherein you have written a job profile as a Java developer. यहाँ पर आप everything डाल देते हो, which is matching that job requirement as well, job description as well. और वो सब चीज आप जब इसमें फिट करते हो, जब वो चीज इसमें आप अपडेट करते हो, तो that thing is good enough to give recruiter a feel to go ahead and look at further resume of yours. So very important thing, you do not have to reduce your page to one page resume. If you have worked for 3 years, 4 years, उसके हिसाब से रहता है resume. It keeps increasing. But this starting में जो रहता है, if you start following this stuff, recruiter को समझ जाएगा कि आप क्या apply कर रहे हो, आप कौन हो. उसके बाद में अगर if he is looking for that person, then he will scroll down or she will scroll down और यहाँ पर professional experience details आते हैं. तो here you have to write it in a form of company के हिसाब से. एक नाम लिख दो, the latest company 4 would be the latest company, guys. Suppose my last company or my current company, that name will come here. उसके बाद में पीरियड डाल दो, उसके बाद में वर्टिकल हॉरिजॉन्टल कंपनीज में रहते हैं, राइट. उसके बाद में हॉरिजॉन्टल, जस्ट गिव मी अ सेक, सम पीपल आर स्टिल जॉइनिंग इन, लेट मी एडमिट देम. Okay. So, okay, verticals, horizontal. For example, if you talk about Cognizant, IT में ही they have different horizontals. Like data warehousing एक horizontal है. ITIS was the name of a particular horizontal. Currently, they have changed it. फिर उसके बाद में database है. So there are different horizontals that which companies are divided into. CDP है, that is like normal people who are developers, उनके लिए एक अलग है, testing के लिए एक अलग है, data warehousing के लिए एक अलग है, SAP के लिए अलग है. So you can just highlight that here, just add an additional information. फिर प्रोजेक्ट नेम का ऐड करो, की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज ऐड करो, फिर एम्प्लॉयमेंट, कीप ड्रिलिंग डाउन फर्दर. उससे पहले एम्प्लॉयमेंट क्या था, देन इट विल कम हियर. और उसके आगे जो है उसमें इफ यू हैव एनी स्पेसिफिक अचीवमेंट्स, गो अहेड एंड ऐड इट. फिर उसके बाद में दूसरे एम्प्लॉयमेंट का आएगा की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज अचीवमेंट्स, की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटीज अचीवमेंट्स. दैट्स इट. So once you do that, what happens is that now I will tell you how to make this and how it is becoming ATS friendly. Guys, ATS friendly बनाने के लिए काफी बेसिक चीजें रेज्यूमे को क्लियर रखना है, और उसमें जो कीवर्ड्स है आपके, those things should be repeated and not only in a format of a word. ये प्रॉपर स्टेटमेंट में रिपीट होना चाहिए आपके रेज्यूमे में, जब ये जाकर ट्रैक करता है आपका ATS वाला रेज्यूमे. अब नाउ आई एम टेलिंग यू, अगर यहाँ पर इफ आई एम राइटिंग आई एम अ ह्यूमन रिसोर्स मैनेजर, दिस इज माय फर्स्ट सेक्शन. The resume is majorly divided into 3 sections. Guys, listen it very carefully. Resume is divided basically into 3 sections. One is summary section, second is job profile section, third section जो था वो अपना employment details वाला. I have written it as professional experience. अब ये जो 3 sections है, यहाँ पर you have to elaborate the words which you have worked on. For example, I have 6 years of experience as a Java developer on so and so Spring frameworks. And those things will be repeated here in the second section. Responsible for doing this particular thing in this particular framework. और उसके और भी details थोड़ा बहुत elaborate करके डालो. That thing will further get repeated in these employment sections. So guys, if you now realize this, if you have done something in your latest job and if you have done the same thing in your employment prior to that, अभी अगर वही करके prior में भी वही करे तो repeat it. There is no harm. अब यहाँ पर this is the resume which I have used. Key responsibilities में देखे तो if you go ahead, same things are there. Just the name of horizontals and some of the stuff related to has changed because I have done the same things. And this further, अब यहाँ पर keywords repeat हो रहे हैं. And guys, one more important thing. There can be terms and phrases जिसके अलग-अलग words रहते हैं. Like the function wherein I worked, उसका नाम था Global Workforce Management. People call it as GWFM. People call it as Resource Management Group. So it is very important for me to update both the things here, like Global Workforce Management, Resource Management. We should not lose anything. Or by doing this, okay, I will show you something. ATS ke guidelines, guys, I will share this with Tausif. Okay, I will share this. Probably you can get this format as well. Or just there is this thing on YouTube as well, right? If you miss something critical, have a look at this particular YouTube thing once again. Once again, YouTube wale ko dekho, but do not miss anything. It's already there. So these are the details. Okay. People are still joining in. Okay, these are the details. No graphical usage. Point number one. Second, adjective you can use that you have worked, you have specifically worked on this. You can highlight if you want to say how you have worked on particular thing. You can highlight that. There's MS file use karo. PDF is also good, but my personal experience is very good with MS file. As uske baad mein do not like words. People have been like writing word as gurus and all that stuff. Don't do it. These things and jargons will not help you. ATS को clear नहीं करता है basically. और keywords, as I just said, keywords को repeat करो, not only keyword wise, sentence के अंदर frame करके repeat करते जाओ उसको पूरे अपने resume में. That would be helpful for you. और उसके बाद में there is something known as frequency counter. Just for a reference, यहाँ पर एक link है. होता क्या है? It doesn't have a direct impact as long as you know what the job description is. Job description के हिसाब से वहां से keywords उठाओ और वो keywords अपने experience बना के resume में डालो. It's not that you should write something if you have not done, because if you have not done and if you are writing that particular thing, it takes no time for a recruiter to catch you. Recruiter ही पकड़ लेगा. Technical की तो technical का तो secondary thing है. So you have to just elaborate those things. So I think things are very much clear till here, right? So one more thing, fresher है तो 2 पेज का बनाओ. ये basic formats है, Arial, Verdana, Times New Roman, 13 to 12 to 13 size का ये है. Have a look at this. YouTube में भी है. अगर आप लोग बाद में अगर ये मिस कर दे तो YouTube में से वापस से देख लो. Borders मत रखो. Simple. Just have a look at this. It's very simple. Name डालो, email डालो, contact number डालो. Write your entire resume. तो फिर उसके बाद में guys, half of the work will be done here. ये करते के साथ people will start calling you. Okay, I will just stop sharing my screen. Okay, so what we have done till now, we have made a resume. We have elaborated those things of which you are looking for a job. We have aligned our resume according to the job description, which most of the people don't do. And because they don't do that, they don't get proper feedback because उनका resume में वो चीज है ही नहीं जो वो बताना चाहते हैं. So you are primarily sharing your resume to a recruiter using an email ID. First of all, you're writing a cover letter, you're writing a subject line, you are writing proper details, your resume is properly updated. Your resume recruiter is just having a look at your first paper और वहां से उसको समझ जाता है कि this resume is matching and then he will drill down further. Resume में slight, when you are personally sharing your resume with people, right, there should be slight changes in it every time if it is not matching the job description. Because काफी बार होता है कि लोग जो है ना उनको जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन के हिसाब से एक्सपीरियंस रहता है बट वो चीजें वो इलेबोरेट नहीं करते. वी हैव ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड दिस थिंग. तो परफेक्ट रेज्यूमे है आपके पास. यू हैव स्टार्टेड फॉलोइंग अप विद द पीपल. नाउ एज वी सेड एंड तौसिफ आल्सो हाइलाइटेड, वो कंपनीज हाईलाइट फिगर आउट करो हु आर रेडी टू प्रोवाइड जॉब्स रिलेटेड टू यू. फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल, अगर आपका स्किल सेट एक पर्टिकुलर है तो देयर शुड बी अ कंपनी हु विल प्रोवाइड यू जॉब फॉर दैट. There are different ways to reach this company. We are coming to LinkedIn guys from here. Okay, we are coming to LinkedIn. Next अपन LinkedIn के बारे में भी बात करेंगे. So that is how things are just moving on. Half of the work is done here. उसके बाद में अब now ATS का भी हो गया तो how will this help you? People blankly say that search engines no longer work. I have seen people saying this. That's not the truth, guys. That's not the truth because people are still getting selected. You have to improve your chances. और अगर आप resume को इस तरीके से बताते हो जिस तरीके से अपन अभी डिस्कस करें, you are improving the chances. Because job search is like about 100% commitment, consistently practicing those things and tracking those things so that you do not lose a track of anything. People, they apply for one opportunity and they just say that I am not getting a reply. Who will track this opportunity? How many opportunities have you applied for? What is the status? What is the follow-up status? Why didn't you get a response? You have to track all these things. Most important thing, you have to track all those things. Opportunities ka status क्या, and you have to follow up. Whatever the feedback is, you have to again work on that. You have to re-improvise. So these are some important things. And by consistently doing it, by maximizing your efforts, the chances of you getting a job increases. As simple as that. Abhi, let's talk about some of the career pages. Like Tausif has said, right? I have been talking about career pages. करियर पेजेस जनरली आपको वेबसाइट जो रहते हैं कंपनी के, उसके अंदर जॉब्स या करियर पेजेस करके एक पर्टिकुलर पेज रहता है, वहां पर लिंक रहती है, ऊपर कहाँ तो भी टैब में मिल जाएगा. गो अहेड एंड वहां पर रजिस्टर कर लो. इफ देयर इज एनीथिंग मैचिंग स्पेसिफिकली, जो अपन एटीएस वाला फॉर्मेट का रिज्यूमे बनाएंगे आप लोग, उसके अंदर अपलोड कर लो. इफ इवन इफ देयर इज समथिंग व्हिच इज नॉट मैचिंग एज ऑफ नाउ, रजिस्टर करके छोड़ दो. यू विल स्टार्ट गेटिंग ईमेल ट्रिगर्स फ्रॉम दैट पर्टिकुलर कंपनी. कुछ भी मैचिंग आता है तो वहां पर ईमेल ट्रिगर होना आपको शुरू हो जाएगी. मोस्ट ऑफ द कंपनीज हैव दैट पर्टिकुलर वे ऑफ प्रोसीडिंग विद थिंग्स. Do not restrict to one particular search engine. There are a few search engines like Vasitum, VASITUM, Vasitum. TAM एक अलग है, कुछ वहां पर कुछ अलग ही वेबसाइट है, वहां पर कुछ कार्स का इसका उसका है. VASITUM, Vasitum.com, Shine.com, Indeed.com. ये तीनों का फीडबैक काफी अच्छा है गाइस रिसेंटली. और उसके बाद में मॉन्स्टर तो रहता ही है, नौकरी भी रहता ही है, टाइम जॉब भी रहता ही है. Once you have done the hard work of creating the right resume, why not upload it in multiple platforms? जब इतना ज्यादा अपन काम कर रहे हैं, जब इतना ज्यादा अपन टाइम इन्वेस्ट करके एक रेज्यूमे प्रॉपर बना रहे हैं, तो दो उसमें ही अपलोड करके क्यों रुकना? कितने को अपलोड कर सकते करो. आई हैव नेम्ड अ फ्यू नाउ टू यू. सब में करो. एंड उसके बाद जो है मैन्युअली भी यू हैव टू अपलोड समथिंग इन द करियर पेज, राइट? नाउ करियर पेज और करियर जॉब सर्च इंजन, आई एम जस्ट टॉकिंग बोथ सेम टाइप में ही, बिकॉज रेज्यूमे तो आप ये टाइप का उसमें अपलोड ही करोगे, बट एट द सेम टाइम उसमें टाइप भी करना पड़ता है, लाइक डिस्क्रिप्शन, एक्सपीरियंस. उसमें भी जब आप टाइप करोगे, यही सारी चीजें जो आप रेज्यूमे में फिट करें, वो अकॉर्डिंगली उसके अंदर फिट करो करियर पेजेस में भी, और वहां पर जो कंपनी के करियर पेजेस में भी, और जो जॉब सर्च के इंजन है उसमें भी. एंड स्टार्ट रिफ्रेशिंग इट. रिफ्रेश कैसे करोगे आप गाइस? नौकरी में एक पेड थिंग है. व्हाट दे डू इज दे से दैट if you go ahead and apply for this particular paid service, you will get your resume shared to more and more people. Because the easy way of doing it is keep revisiting your resume. अगर आप आपके रिज्यूमे को रिविजिट करते जा रहे हो, राइट, तो ऑटोमेटिकली रिफ्रेश होता है. रिविजिट करो, कुछ थोड़ा सा चेंज करो, फिर रिविजिट करो, थोड़ा सा चेंज करो, रिविजिट करो. By doing this, you are automatically refreshing your resume. Okay. I can tell you, मेरे requirement का है. I didn't refresh it from last 6 months, but I did it last time, and that time 3-4 calls आ गए थे मेरे को. Okay. तो उसके बाद में see if you are not getting calls, again थोड़ा सा modify करो resume को, वापस से डालो. एक हफ्ता देखो, 2 हफ्ता देखो. If you are not getting calls, if you are not getting emails, डालो, वापस से डालो. Because there are people who have followed up these things, and they have said that their email box was so much flooded with the requirements that they have to stop this particular process. There are people who have said this, and one of them was there in this particular call as well. Okay, so main things cover हो गए. Resume करो, उसके बाद में cover letter करो, then you will get a call, and be active on your phone. जनरल थिंग होता क्या है, रिक्रूटर्स दे डू नॉट वेस्ट देयर टाइम. उनके पास एक एक्सेल शीट रहता है जहां पर उन लोग ने करियर पेजेस पर से निकाला होता है, या फिर रेफरेंसेस पे इन रेफरेंस जो रहते हैं वहां पर से निकाला होता है. और उन लोग क्या करते हैं बोलते हो, 1 by 1, एक के बाद एक लोगों को आपको कॉल करने के लिए बोलते हैं. अगर कुछ बल्क हायरिंग चल रहा है तो कोई जूनियर रिसोर्सेज, जूनियर एक्सपीरियंस रिक्रूटर्स हु आर न्यू इन द इंडस्ट्री, फर्स्ट टाइप में तो उन लोग ही देख लेते हैं. कोई अगर कम एक्सपीरियंस के रिक्वायरमेंट्स रहा तो 1 by 1 कॉल करते जाते हैं, whether you would like to appear for this particular industry, you are going through the resume and all this stuff. तो वहां पर ही the observation is that काफी लोगों के जो है नंबर्स ही नहीं लगते हैं. They don't even call back. And the problem is that इन लोग कंपनी के लैंडलाइन से फोन करते हैं आपको most of the time. So if you call them back, you can't get back to them. So जो वो number which is properly updated there, which you are currently using, that number should be there in your email. It should be there in your resume. और वो email ID which you use generally should be updated there again in your resume. And you have to be active. You have to be active. You have to respond. You have to do not miss the call. नहीं तो again opportunity चले जाती है. Okay. सो और क्या हो गया, और क्या सर्च इंजन्स है, करियर पेजेस हो गया, सर्च इंजन्स हो गया, फ्रेशर के बारे में भी हो गया, इंटर्नशिप, हाई रिस्क, नौकरी
सर
फॉर
गूगल अलर्ट्स
गूगल अलर्ट्स। हाँ चलो पुरुषोत्तम, गूगल अलर्ट्स के बारे में बात करते हैं। दैट्स द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग। गूगल डज थिंग्स very simply and easy for you. Let me show it to you. Good that you highlighted. And many people are getting selected using Google thing. Okay, अभी यहाँ पर I will tell you the easiest way of doing it. अब यहाँ पर देखो google.com, ठीक है। अब यहाँ पर Google is making my life very easy. Java job. Now you see guys, okay, people are not using this because people are not aware of this. अब यहाँ पर जावा जॉब डाल रहा हूं मैं, तो यहाँ पर ही देर आर फिल्टर्स, लाइक फुल टाइम चाहिए, पार्ट टाइम चाहिए, वर्क फ्रॉम होम चाहिए, कितना चाहिए, क्या चाहिए, एवरीथिंग इज हियर. सो आई क्लिक्ड ऑन दिस. सो नाउ आई क्लिक्ड ऑन दिस. ओके, तो यहाँ पर यू कैन डू लोकेशन, देन डेट, पोस्टेड, टाइप, ये वो करो. उसके बाद में गाइस होता क्या है, गूगल इज अ सर्च इंजन. तो ये क्या करता है, जितने भी करियर पेजेस रहे सबको सर्च करता है, और वो पूरे के पूरे जॉब्स जो है ही पुट्स इट इन दिस पर्टिकुलर प्लेटफॉर्म और यहाँ पर लाके आपको देता है. सो यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड हाउ इंपॉर्टेंट इट इज. नाउ यहाँ पर देखो मिड लेवल जावा रिक्वायरमेंट इन मित्रा एंड टेक. अब यहाँ पर इफ यू सी दे हैव द सेम रिक्वायरमेंट इन लिंक्डइन. यू कैन अप्लाई इट थ्रू लिंक्डइन. यू कैन ऑल्सो अप्लाई टू दिस पर्टिकुलर वेबसाइट. अभी उसके बाद में इफ आई क्लिक ऑन दिस, इन लोग का जॉब एक लिंक्डइन पे है, लिंक्डइन पे से सर्च करके इन लोग यहाँ पर लाए. सो गूगल आपको सब एक प्लेट में लाकर पूरे चीज देता है, एंड यू कैन जस्ट अप्लाई, यू कैन जस्ट लुक एट द जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन. अभी वी वर जस्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट जावा एंड ऑल दिस थिंग, राइट? जस्ट लुक एट द जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन. यू हैव योर resume handy with you. You have a resume handy with you. If you have not updated, if you have worked on these things, but if you have not updated these things in your resume, update करो, apply करो. As simple as that. Or it really works good. Like people have been placed. अब यहाँ टाटा कंसल्टेंसी के करियर पेजेस के भी लिंक रहते हैं, अप्लाई ऑन टाटा कंसल्टेंसी, राइट? अब ये जॉब था कुछ तो भी, अब यहाँ पर कोई टाटा कंसल्टेंसी का है, यहाँ पर आप डायरेक्टली अप्लाई करो. सो इट मेक्स योर लाइफ वेरी इजी. और अलर्ट्स, राइट? यहाँ पर भी अलर्ट्स रहते हैं, कहाँ तो भी ये अलर्ट्स है. अब यहाँ पर आपका ईमेल आईडी डाल के, आप अलर्ट डाल के व्हाट एग्जैक्टली आर यू लुकिंग फॉर, वैसा ही रहता है. आई डिडंट क्रिएट एनी अलर्ट फ्रॉम अ लॉन्ग टाइम, बट आप 5 से 6 अलर्ट यहाँ पर क्रिएट कर सकते हो. सो वो टाइप का अभी आपको कभी भी रिक्वायरमेंट आएगा ना, कोई भी यहाँ पर रेज होके जो भी गूगल के इसके अंदर आएगा, तो आपको उसके जो है ईमेल ट्रिगर्स मिलना शुरू हो जाएगी. वेरी इजी गाइस. तो एक्सप्लोर करो अलर्ट का. आई डिडंट डू इट, बट ये अलर्ट्स का सेक्शन है, यहाँ पर कुछ ना कुछ तो मिल जाएगा. कैसा करते हैं इसको? रुको अपन ढूंढते. अगर अभी नहीं दिखा तो अभी आप देख लो. इट्स नॉट अ बिग डील.
सर गूगल अलर्ट्स पे ना पहली वेबसाइट आती है सर, ये वाली, उस पे
इसमें से
हम
भी
मार्क
अलर्ट,
कर लेते
इस पे से भी अलर्ट जाता है रे. पुरुषोत्तम, राइट? पुरुषोत्तम, इस पे से भी अलर्ट
हैं.
होता है.
यस सर.
रुको. टू गेट न्यू ईमेल, क्लिक अ जॉब एंड टर्न ऑन न्यू जॉब अलर्ट. क्लिक अ जॉब. वंस आई क्लिक अ जॉब, अभी वेट, यहाँ पर भी होना चाहिए अलर्ट.
Sir, it's given in the bottom section, left hand side.
लेफ्ट हैंड से, हाँ, न्यू जॉब अलर्ट यहाँ पर है. न्यू जॉब अलर्ट, यही ना?
Yes, sir.
तो एक्सप्लोर करो गाइस. होल पॉइंट इज क्या, आप एक्सप्लोर करो. यहाँ पर मेरे को बीच में ये सेक्शन आ रहा है अपना जूम का. न्यू जॉब अलर्ट, यहाँ पर इसको क्लिक कर दो. जो जॉब के ऊपर क्लिक करा था, आई जस्ट क्लिक एक्टिवेट कर दिया उसको अपन. सो आई विल स्टार्ट गेटिंग ईमेल्स, सेंडिंग डेली ईमेल्स टू रमेश शेख. ये मेरा ईमेल आईडी है. यहाँ पर दे विल कीप सेंडिंग मी डेली. आई एम जस्ट डीएक्टिवेटिंग, नहीं तो मेरे को सेंड करता रहेगा ईमेल. अब इस पे क्लिक करो आप. इफ यू वांट टू एक्टिवेट एन अलर्ट सिमिलर टू दिस जॉब, इसको यहाँ पर आप वापस से क्लिक कर लो. इट विल कीप सेंडिंग यू ईमेल्स. बहुत सिंपल है गाइस. गूगल को यूज करो, योर लाइफ विल बी वेरी गुड. ओके, अभी कितने 9 बज गए अपने पास. अभी 1 घंटा है, ओए कितना घंटा है, 8 बजे स्टार्ट कर रहे हैं, या वी स्टिल हैव 1 hour. So we will talk about LinkedIn, and LinkedIn we will talk about in such a manner that you can right away start using it. LinkedIn के बारे में बात करते हैं, like most of the channels will be covered in that case. Before moving there, we will talk about some of the platforms which are conducting hackathons, or if you go ahead and apply for those hackathons, if you clear those hackathons, वहां पर से again your interviews will be aligned. Are you aware of this? अभी देखो, चलो, thank you Purushottam for raising the Google thing. Okay, it is very helpful. People have been selected in Accenture, in TCS, using that in IBM also.
तौसिफ सर, मैंने आपको एक इमेज भेजी सर, वो एक बार शेयर करना सर। वो
एक मिनट रुक जाओ पुरुषोत्तम, क्या भेजा है आपने, किधर भेजा है, जूम पे? या तौसीफ नहीं, पुरुषोत्तम, आई एम तौसीफ्स ब्रदर।
आई नो सर। सर आपका
आपने
नंबर
किसको
नहीं है ना
भेजा है?
सर
मेरे
मेरे
को नहीं
पास।
मिला है कुछ।
आपका नंबर नहीं है ना सर।
होगा, पता नहीं। आप कौन से एक्सपर्ट स्पीक ग्रुप में हो क्या आप, जहां पर अपन जॉब्स भेजते रहते हैं? ओके, एनीवेज, ठीक है। व्हाट इज दैट लिंक अबाउट? जॉब अलर्ट की है क्या?
वर्ड्स टू प्लेस इन रिज्यूमे फॉर मैक्सिमम ATS स्कैनिंग।
नहीं, देखो, आई विल टेल यू, वो सब चीजें है गाइस। ओके, ठीक है, आप वो लिंक शेयर करो, आई विल शेयर दैट लिंक एज वेल। द होल पॉइंट इज, if you are working on a particular requirement, let me close my screen. देखो पुरुषोत्तम, I will tell you one easiest way. Okay, हाँ, Shravan is texting about fake experience का भी, we'll talk about fake experience also. There's the best and the most important thing is, if you are working on a specific skill set, ideally you know कि वो particular skill set के कौन से skills रहेंगे, कौन से terminologies रहेंगे, कौन से words रहेंगे which are required by the recruiter. जब recruiter requirements raise करता है, right, वो कुछ keywords upload करता है, वो keywords upload करता है, and those keywords would ideally match to your resume. Those keywords should ideally match to your resume. So if you are a Java developer, you should be ideally speaking aware कि वो कौन से keywords रहेंगे, like कौन सा framework रहेगा, which is the latest framework in use, या और कुछ terminologies है क्या. You have to repeat these terminologies, and the best way of doing it is, जितने भी अपने job search platforms रहते हैं, right, job search platforms में if you are looking for 4 years of experience job in a particular skill set, वो job search platform में जाके वो ढूंढो. You will get the job descriptions. 4 साल के लोग जावा में है, उनके job description में क्या है. Those are the keywords that you want. तो कोई भी skill set रहने दो. Follow this simple practice. And if you are not aware of those things, try to learn. If you are not aware of those things, try to learn and start applying all these things with you. So that is the most simplest way. ठीक है. अभी now we were talking about guys, काफी सारे वेबसाइट्स ऐसे हैं जहां पर बड़े-बड़े MNCs या startups भी है for that matter, they conduct some hackathons, और वहां पर you can apply for those hackathons, and they give an opportunity for you to go ahead and appear the interview. For an example, hackerearth.com, let me share your screen once again to you. hackerearth.com, I was just having a look at it before the particular session. तो अब देखो, this is hackerearth.com. If you click, wait, start coding, जो hackathons. अभी you all can see my screen, right? If you look at the right side, यहाँ पर hiring job challenges. Because now I just checked that, and now what I can see is जो companies which are hiring people using this particular hackathon and all this type of module, I can see the list of those things. People are not using it because they are not aware of it. Start using it. देखो आपका अगर कुछ मैच हो रहा है क्या, like it is hiring cognito platform का है, like इसमें भी सर्च ऑप्शन तो रहेगा ही ना, like सर्च करो, आपका स्किल सेट सर्च करो, IBM students contest, all these people are there hiring something. See if they are hiring for your skill set. अब hack overflow software engineer hiring challenge Ford की तरफ से है, what they are looking for. They are looking for experience, 3 years of experience. किस में? Spring Boot, Hibernate. That's काफी basic है, right? Most of the people who have 3 years of experience, उनको Spring Boot, Hibernate तो आता ही है. अभी एक्टिव है क्या देख लो. अगर एक्टिव है तो इसको अप्लाई करो. 3 years of experience based in the responsibilities ये वो देख के एक्टिव है क्या देखो. एक्टिव है तो उसको स्टार्ट करो. लॉग इन करना पड़ेगा. यहाँ पर राइट साइड में स्टार्ट है. Let's start now. Let's just as simple as that. And people are not using it because they are not aware of it. So start using it. तो hacker earth के बारे में बात करें अपन, right? But there is something known as hacker rank as well. Hacker rank बोल की भी एक है. Okay, just as we are doing HACKERRANK. Hacker rank. इसमें login करो and start using it. You will get the opportunities. You will not have to wait and maximize efforts करो. And that is the only thing that can help you. Practice coding, यहाँ पर भी कुछ रहता है. Explore करो basically, guys. Rather than wasting much time, because we do not have much time left. इसको close कर रहा हूँ मैं. Hacker Earth है, then Hacker Rank है. If you want to do salary comparisons and the feedback about the interview, या फिर technical कौन से questions रहते हैं for that matter, there is something known as ambitionbox.com. Ambitionbox.com. Guys, I'm assuming that you are making notes of it. YouTube पे भी है ये, but still. यहाँ पर like salaries, interviews, company interviews, यहाँ पर interview questions में भी like you just type it. अपन Java का कर रहे हैं, right बात? तो Java का then interview questions क्या है, then aptitude test में, coding test में, continue reading, HR round. So what I'm saying is efforts maximize करो in a right direction and you will start realizing कि भाई difference होता है. Okay, so now chalo, this is the important thing. Now we're moving to LinkedIn. As we'll not waste much time, we will run quickly through it. Because LinkedIn, start using it not as a job search engine, start using it as it's a platform. It's a platform wherein people coordinate, wherein professionals coordinate. You have to use it as that platform to get a job. If you directly go ahead and LinkedIn, if you just write saying that I am looking for a job, then no one will ideally speaking give you a job, because the recruiters who are there, उन लोग को बहुत सारे requirements, बहुत सारे लोग text करते हैं I am looking for a job. It's impossible for these people to say okay if you are looking for a job. So it doesn't happen simply. यहाँ पर there should be a step-by-step process how you work towards it. So now we know. चलो फिर से screen share करते बात करते करते. Let's make it for the good. Because LinkedIn is also very easy and very simple. Guys, we keep writing, say we are looking for a job, can you please help? So many people keep getting these type of emails, and it's not possible for a person to give those jobs because they may have it, they may not have it, they may already have the requirements. Their HR teams and some other people might already be working on this. So how do you use it? First of all, now you know how to find out those companies who are your potential job providers. Okay. So from those companies, who are the people who can actually give you the job? How to find that? So for an example, अब यहाँ पर देखो recruitment जो रहता है, right? Recruiters, not every HR can give you a job. HR में 4 functions रहते हैं. एक recruitment रहता है, एक global workforce management रहता है, एक talent management रहता है, और एक training भी HR में ही आता है mostly लिखते हैं, या फिर एक shared service रहता है. तो who will give you a job? The recruiters, or people call it as talent management group. If you write a recruiter, let's start using it in a right way. The recruiter or a specific company so now assistant manager talent acquisition, as I said, talent acquisition team बोलते हैं recruiters को काफी सारे companies में, और Deloitte में भी वही बोल रहे हैं. So by doing this, now you know the people who are working there, who are working in Deloitte in their recruitment teams. So what these people will be doing, first of all, now you got the details. Ab yahan se, these are the people, these are the first type of people, the recruiters who can directly help you with the jobs. Ab recruiters kya karenge? Start investing time on LinkedIn. Recruiter के आप ID पे click करोगे, right? So they keep sharing requirements. Most of them, they keep sharing requirements. You have to be very vigilant and you have to apply for that requirement only using the way that we discussed. Cover letter, proper subject line or proper. Only then you will get the responses. नहीं तो आपको responses नहीं मिलेंगे. As simple as that. फिर उसके बाद the second type of people will be the people who are working on your skill set. Guys, ये काफी सिंपल है ये चीज. यहाँ पर पीपल पे क्लिक करें तो ये पूरा पीपल का मिला है. यहाँ से जॉब्स का भी मिल सकता है. इन्वेस्ट सम टाइम. जॉब्स का क्लिक करोगे तो इनका भी एक पूरा जॉब पोर्टल के जैसा. दिस विल आल्सो स्टार्ट वर्किंग फॉर यू. अब यहाँ पर देखो, रिक्रूटर आर वन पीपल हु कैन हेल्प यू. द सेकंड पीपल आर देयर हु आर पीपल विद द सेम स्किल सेट. फॉर एन एग्जांपल, अब लेट्स टॉक अबाउट जावा itself. जावा. तो ये जो पीपल है, ऑल दीज आर पीपल हु आर वर्किंग एज जावा. तो सी के कौन से कंपनी में, इफ यू आर इंटरेस्टेड, इफ देयर इज एनीवन हु इज वर्किंग देयर, ट्राई टू बिल्ड अ रैपो. And you have to see whether whether that particular person, he is active on LinkedIn or not, rather than using this. Okay, first of all, recruiters hai. Second thing, the managers, the people who have worked on that particular skill set. Third thing, the people with whom you have some common tie-ups, like the ex-student of your college or the people from the last company. How you can find that? Again, write the name of the college. Huh? Simple hai. Now if I write here Pune Institute of Management, so I will get the name of all those people who have completed the education. Resource management. So keywords ko use karo. So these are the people who have completed their education from Pune Institute of Management, and are currently working as talent partners. Global talent partner बोलते ये फिर से hiring ही है. As simple as that. अब इसको ये कोई बंदी है गुलनाज बोल के, I just clicked here. What I will do, I will see what has she currently posted. Easy way to get a job, easy way to create a rapport. What has she posted? Has she posted any job? Oh, she herself is looking for a job. Okay. Okay. So there will be recruit. Okay, she's a job seeker, actively looking for a job. Okay, the whole point, without wasting much time, now you know which companies can potentially provide you jobs. Try to find out the recruiters for those companies. Start following them. Do not randomly share a connection request, or do not randomly tell them that you are looking for a job. Can you please help me? No one will help you if that is the way how you are approaching specifically a manager. So if recruiter is looking for a job, he will post it. Okay. Global. Let me try and show you something. ये साजिद शेख बोल के कोई बंदा है, right? Where is the activity section में you can know whether the person is active or not. जो भी active बंदा है वो आपके काम का बंदा है. Now you see, and these people, not 2 vacancies as tax assistant. By going to this, you are already getting an access to those opportunities and the email IDs where you can apply and share your resumes to. But there is one direct help that you are getting from it. अगर recruiter है तो they will directly help you. They will directly share and keep posting it. और उसके बाद में अगर आपके कोई ex student है और there is some manager, build a systematic rapport. How you build that? उसके post follow करो, see what he is texting, उसको follow करो, उसके जो भी text है उसके अंदर sensible comments करो, and then you say that you would like to be a part of the professional network because you have seen the post and it would be very helpful if he can guide you. ऐसा connection request डालो, and then he will यानी long term में भी help करेगा. If you are eyeing for one specific company which you want to work in down the line, एक rapport build up करते जाओ. And once that person sees that this person is really a good person, if he has an opportunity with him, he will go ahead and he will hire you. We have seen at one time people having 3 jobs, all 3 from the LinkedIn. That is how things are easy if it works. तो ये सर्च करने की बात है. Like, and again the thing is, what they will do if you text them, the first thing that they will do is they will have a look at your profile. And once they look at your profile, they should find it a detailed one. एक आप अच्छी तरीके से detailed one in the sense, आपके first of all about section में something should be uploaded. Experience section should be very detailed one. People just upload the name of the company and see what I have done. हर एक की तरफ there are detailed things that I have done in my last organizations. Similarly, these also works as applicant tracking system. So all these sections जो आप resume में use कर रहे हो, वही resume में यहाँ पर डालो. और यहाँ पर 2 sections है, वहाँ पर we spoke about 3 sections. यहाँ पर there will be a few sections, like this section will be one. Then उसके बाद में experience का section will be one and about section will be one. तो यहाँ पर भी these 3 sections में उसी तरीके से words repeat करो and your resume will look complete. You can create a good impression because recruiters are also on LinkedIn who are explicitly trying to get people selected from LinkedIn. Specific recruiters LinkedIn पे भी काम करते हैं. What they do, they write here Java fresher. Then what they do, यहाँ पर post है, right? यहाँ पर they click on people. तो कोई भी जो जावा फ्रेशर है, राइट, इमीडिएट जॉइनर, लाइक they know now that these people are looking for Java jobs and they are freshers. What they will do, they will just enter the resume. They will see what exactly this person's resume is really looking good. This person has uploaded his banner very nicely. His about section is properly updated there. His experience is not that detailed, but it is there. So they know that this person is good. और यहाँ पर क्या करना है, about section में this person has not added email ID. About section में आप email ID भी add करो, so that they can write an email as well to you. So Java के लिए how he ranked, Java word यहाँ पर भी रखो, about section में भी रखो और experience में भी रखो, and those words will get ranked when someone tries to search your resume. Got it? Rushed a bit, but these are the most important things. Let me share my let me close my screen. So important thing guys, LinkedIn पे प्रोफाइल बनाओ, प्रोफाइल को अप टू डेट रखो और प्रॉपर कॉन्टैक्ट्स बनाओ. अगर कोई रिक्रूटर्स है तो डायरेक्टली देखो इफ दे आर पोस्टिंग सम जॉब्स. अगर रिक्रूटर्स नहीं है, अगर आपके लॉन्ग टर्म गोल्स है, राइट, नो मैटर हु यू आर टुडे, you might be having a goal of working with one particular company. Start trying to identify the people who are working there. एक systematic rapport build करो, उनके post को follow करो, start connecting there, proper तरीके से connect करते जाओ and things will be different. Down the line हो जाएगा. और proper technical knowledge है वो share करते जाओ उसमें as a post wise. It adds further impression. Okay, so now the work is done. You have shared the resume, people are calling you. Now the people are calling you. Now it's the time wherein interviews will come into picture. Okay, guys, what are the major guys? Let's take a break. Okay, let's take a 1-minute break. I will just grab some water. I will just take a sip of water. और before moving into interview part, यहाँ पर इसको job search के type में तो उसको close करते हैं. Interview से पहले 1-2 मिनट का break लेते हैं. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm back. So, guys, finding it interesting. You might have learned a few things, right? So, how is it finding it interesting, or how is the information which is being shared? Okay, if you are texting something, it is directly going to Tausif, is it? No, I can see. Shailendra, okay, sir. Very interesting. It's amazing session. Thank you. So, वही है. Thank you, Gitanjali. Akila, good sir. Swati, best. Chalo. So my session is making good sense, and if you start applying these things, it will make an impact. ठीक है? तो guys, उसके बाद में अभी अपन इंटरव्यू के बारे में बात करेंगे. Guys, resume हो गया. इंटरव्यू देने से पहले you have to just, and thank you so much Ashu, Vaibhav, Sai Krishna. Your words are motivating me further to talk about interview as well. ठीक है? तो guys, अभी इंटरव्यू के बारे में जो है, there are a few things that you have to be prepared of. Like, first of all, you should be aware of what's there in your resume. जब रिक्रूटर जब इंटरव्यूअर से बात करता, जब कैंडिडेट से बात करता है, मैक्सिमम टाइम ऐसा होता है कि कैंडिडेट बोल ही नहीं सकता कि उसके रेज्यूमे में क्या लिखा है. फर्स्ट थिंग इज ही इज नॉट अवेयर ऑफ व्हाट ही हैज रिटन. दैट कॉपी पेस्ट कर लाया हुआ है रेज्यूमे कहाँ से भी, or he has actually not done those things which he has mentioned in the resume. This can be 3-4 things, right? So this can be 3-4 things which are not good, and even if he has done something, probably he's not aware of, or he didn't go through his resume before going an interview, before appearing in an interview. Okay, so first of all, you have to be aware of what you have written, whether you have added any internship if you are a fresher, if you are working, what all technologies have you have added, last experience, when you started that, when you ended that, closed that particular job ka start date kya hai, end date kya hai. All these things should be there back of your mind. You do not have to learn it, you have to be aware of it. अगर आप learn करके डायरेक्ट बोलना शुरू करोगे लोगों के सामने पिट पैट, right? So people will understand that you have just mugged up things. खाली आप चीजें learn करके आए हो, and that thing will not help you. Recruiters are experienced enough, are good enough to understand whether the person is. Because I missed one point. Okay, someone has texted के fake jobs के बारे में भी बात करते हैं. Someone has texted that earlier. We will talk about that after completing this section. Okay. So recruiters are good enough to understand कि genuine candidates कौन है. They will not even share your resume to the technical panel अगर वो आपको पकड़ लेते हैं तो. So the simple thing is that whatever is there in your resume, you should know everything, and you should explain it, the things which are required, first of all to the recruiter itself. यहाँ पर ही आपका first interview round रहता है. तो अगर वो आपको बराबर से आप कन्वे कर पा रहे हो, तो आपका रेज्यूमे वो तो ऑलरेडी है ही सही तरीके से अपडेटेड, वो आपका जाके स्केड्यूल करेगा डिस्कशन फर्स्ट लेवल पे. सो नोइंग योर रेज्यूमे इज द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग. सेकेंड थिंग इज, जब आपके इंटरव्यूज होते हैं, राइट, देयर आर अ फ्यू थिंग्स विच पीपल लुक फॉर. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, अगर आप टेक्निकल बंदे हो तो यू शुड बी अवेयर के टेक्निकल में क्या क्या आना चाहिए. काफी सारी कंपनीज आजकल लोग कुछ लिंक्स शेयर कर देते हैं, बोलते हैं कि आप इसको कोड करके बताओ. So you should have some experience. You should do all these things before appearing an interview. नहीं तो होता क्या है, जो अपन ने फर्स्ट फेज डिस्कस करे, राइट, हाउ टू रीच टू अ रिक्रूटर, इतने एफर्ट्स डाल के जब अपने को कॉल आ रहा है या कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी मिल रही है, जब इंटरव्यू अलाइन होता है, वी आर नॉट प्रिपेयर्ड फॉर दैट इंटरव्यू ना, तो उतने सारे एफर्ट्स अपने वेस्ट हो जाते हैं. All those efforts goes for wasted, and we do not have to do that because we have already completed half the work by reaching here. So be well prepared. Resume को पूरा अच्छे से देख लो, और उसके बाद में कोडिंग ये वो सीख लो, कोडिंग ये वो कर लो, प्रैक्टिस कर लो. ऑब्वियसली इफ यू हैव टू ब्रश अप थिंग्स, वो कर लो, and go ahead and appear the interview with a right mindset. That's all what we are talking about. The most important thing is having a right mindset. If you do not have a right mindset, you won't be in a position to do anything. आप नेगेटिवली करोगे, यार मैं यहाँ पर अपलोड कराऊं, मेरे को आ रहा ही नहीं है, लाइक पीपल आर स्टिल नॉट रीचिंग बैक टू मी, आई हैव अपलोडेड इन दिस पर्टिकुलर फॉर्मेट, अभी भी मेरे को कॉल नहीं आ रहे, क्या करूं, इट्स नॉट वर्किंग फॉर मी. you will leave it. There will be a group who will say that, "Acha, ab main kya karu?" They will go ahead, they will again have a look at their resume, they will re-update a few things there, and they will get calls. So जो positivity जो mindset में रहती है, that is the most important thing in the entire job search process and the entire life as well. Because I have dealt with many people, being a HR professional, I have dealt with many issues with the people suffer. Telling it on the basis of that positive mindset से करो, let the negativity not be there. एक बार negativity आ जाती है तो वो बंदा action ही नहीं ले सकता है. अगर आप positive mindset से करते रहोगे तो आप actions लोगे. ठीक है? So recruiter को फिर interview में approach करो with a right positive mindset. So what will a recruiter try to look in you? Guys, technical तो you are already prepared. I'm not talking much about technical. I am sure कि Tausif might have, we had a discussion, Tausif और मैं like last week भी एक discussion किए, and you have discussed quite a few things in details out there, and you are already a part of session, so you will cover all those things down the line, or you might have already covered that. I will talk about mindset. Guys, I have seen people who are appearing drive massive interview drives, wherein weekend drives, massive people are coming, but they are just getting rejected because they can't speak. Guys, first of all, you should know how to speak. And why people are not able to speak? Maybe they are not good with their communication, maybe their English is not good, or maybe their English is not good, maybe they are not good at communication, or maybe they are underprepared, or maybe they are not confident. So you have to be confident, guys. The major reason why people don't speak is because they don't have confidence. और confidence क्यों lack करता है? If you are worried about the outcome, then you will be affected by confidence. If you just think about the process, if you just keep doing the things that you have to do, and if you just assume that particular thing, the particular interview which you are going to appear is going to be a good interview, automatically जो nervousness रहती है, right? वो nervousness खत्म हो जाती है. As we have been suggesting this thing to many people, the people whom we know, and it really works. The basic thing why people become nervous is because they think about how the interview is going to be. Interview kaisa rahega? Then they keep thinking. And ultimately, when actually they appear for an interview, they can't speak even a single sentence. So first of all, confidently baat karo. Second thing is, confidence चाहिए. कॉन्फिडेंस हर किसी को चाहिए, हर जगह पर चाहिए. अगर आपके पास कॉन्फिडेंस नहीं होगा तो आप क्लाइंट के साथ बात नहीं कर सकोगे, आप आपके टीम के साथ इंटरैक्ट नहीं कर सकोगे, आप परफॉर्म नहीं कर सकोगे. सो यू नीड टू हैव कॉन्फिडेंस. कॉन्फिडेंस के बाद यू नीड टू हैव कम्युनिकेशन. इफ यू हैव कॉन्फिडेंस बट यू आर नॉट एबल टू से what you have to say, it means that you can't communicate properly. Then again, people will not select you. All the techniques that you have, all those technologies that you have worked on, everything will go for wasted if you do not have confidence, if you do not have proper communication. You should know how to communicate the things to the recruiter. As I have seen people, when we say that tell me something about yourself, generally this is the first question that recruiters ask. I've seen people who have mugged up the entire resume and they keep telling the one by one everything. This is the sign of not a good communication. You should understand what a recruiter is trying to understand, what an interviewer is trying to understand, learn from you. Tell me something about yourself. 2 sentences, 3 sentences are good enough. More sentences are not required for this thing. Guys, if you are a fresher, I completed my education from this particular college. I'm looking for a job in this technology, and this is what brings me here. Something about my family background. If your family is also working in some of the companies, just tell them that my father is a private, he also works in a private service. Your brother, he also works in this particular company. If you say that, that would improve your chances of getting a job. Because अगर सर्विसेज में काम करते हैं, अगर फैमिली भी, देन रिक्रूटर और समवन सेज दैट ओके पूरा का पूरा फैमिली बैकग्राउंड ही है, तो जस्ट कीप इट शॉर्ट. 2 to 3 lines, something about your family background, that's it. 3 sentences में पूरा क्लोज करो, उससे बियॉन्ड नहीं जाना है. If you have experience, you have 6 years of experience as a Java professional, you have worked in these companies, you have been learning, you started your career at this year and you have been learning, and you constantly, this is where you have currently, you have 12 years of experience. something like that. This is what the interviewer is looking. So confidence hai, these are a part of communication. How you communicate, how you convey your message, what you are trying to say, is a recruiter understanding it? All these are a part of communication. Uske baad, mindset. If you are selected, whether you will be a good person, whether you will be a good team player, that is what interview is trying to understand. If you are selected in a particular company, will you work for the company for a long time? Will you stick to them for a long time? All these are the things, and whatever the questions the interviewer will ask, they will try to evaluate you on the basis of this understanding which is there on back of your mind. कम्युनिकेशन अच्छा है क्या, कॉन्फिडेंस अच्छा है क्या, अगर बंदा सिलेक्ट हो गया तो अपने साथ ज्यादा दिनों तक काम करेगा क्या, विल ही बी अ गुड टीम प्लेयर, इफ ही इज पुट इन दैट क्रंच सिचुएशन हाउ विल ही रिस्पॉन्ड, हाउ विल ही रिएक्ट, ये कोई दूसरा जॉब प्लान करके कहीं बाहर तो नहीं चला जाएगा, ये अगर इसका एटीट्यूड सही नहीं है तो ये टीम के साथ सही तरीके से काम कर पाएगा या नहीं, विल ही जेल अप विद द टीम, ऑल दीज थिंग्स गाइस. क्लैरिटी है क्या उसको दैट दिस इज व्हाट ही वांट टू डू इन हिज लाइफ. If this is a particular skill set, if he is working into Java, but if your father is having a business, what if you again drop your Java idea and again thought of going to a particular business? अगर आप बोलते हो उन लोग के बारे में कि मैं जावा पे काम कर रहा हूँ, but if you give them that feel कि your dad is working as a business and you want to go back there, they will not select you, right? They will not select you. तो एक बार कॉन्फिडेंस बराबर रखो, कम्युनिकेशन बराबर रखो, प्रॉपर बी अ गुड टीम प्लेयर, accordingly give that interview. Because negative attitude is one of the major reasons of people getting rejected in an interview. The attitude matters. Own what you are treat as equal. They will select. You have की बारे में भी बात करें, right? So you have to खाली speaking good English for long time is not good communication. Okay. So it doesn't mean that if you are a good English speaker, you keep talking English. That doesn't mean that you are a good communicator. You should know how to talk. You should listen to the speaker. You should understand his question. There are a few people who just jump in to answer the questions much before the recruiter complete his questions. If they are right, they end up in looking as somewhat having arrogant. If they are wrong, they end up in looking as fools. So do not do this particular thing. एक proper तरीके से अपने आप को manage करो. और उसके बाद में guys, do not. Interviews are supposed to be a discussion. Interviews are supposed to be a discussion wherein you say something, interviewer says something, then you respond, then you understand. That is how the interview should be. अगर आप पिट पैट करके बात करोगे तो it won't help you. Okay. So these are a few things that you have to keep in back of your mind when it comes to interview. Guys, or again, body language is again an important thing, guys. We will wrap up in a few minutes. If in case you have any specific questions, you can text to me. अपन fake jobs के बारे में बात करेंगे. Then we will wrap up in a while. Okay, guys, body language is the most important thing. As you are talking about interview, guys, you need to have a proper body language. This proper body language में क्या है? First of all, whether you are maintaining a proper eye contact with an interviewer. If you are properly talking to an interviewer, it's very basic, guys. If now I'm having a word with someone, with my friends, with my family, there should be a proper eye contact. If you are not maintaining a proper eye contact, it means that you are not confident. आप confidently अगर बंदे के आंख में ही देखकर बात नहीं कर रहे हो, तो it doesn't make any sense. Okay? So whenever you talk to someone, you have to maintain eye contact. It doesn't mean that कि पूरा 1 घंटे भर आप या पूरा 40 minutes आप उसके आंखें में ही घूरते रहो. It doesn't mean that. तो ऐसा करोगे तो वो अलग ही सीन रहेगा. But yes, eye contact maintain करो. 70% तो maintain करो. बात करते time तो maintain करो. It's very necessary. Okay. Again, the thing is, these are all personality things. अपने हाथ को, आर्म्स को ऐसा फोल्डेड मत रखो. Don't do it folded. Keep it open. Let it convey the message. Because communication, आप जब बात करोगे ना, convey खाली आपके words से नहीं होता. How you express, how you talk, what is your tone, how your understanding towards things, how your eyes are, how your expressions are. ये सब चीजें मैटर करते हैं. अगर आप हाथ बंद करके रखोगे तो बेसिकली इट इज लाइक द पर्सन इज टू सबमिसिव. आप जस्ट इमेजिन करो, आप इफ देयर इज समवन whom you respect so much, अगर आप उसके सामने जाकर खड़े हो जाओगे तो आप हाथ बंद कर खड़े हो जाते हो, राइट? You will just fold your arms and stand like this, and you will generally not even raise the points which you have. खाली सुनते ही जाओगे, हाँ 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 हाँ. We are not expecting, people are not expecting those type of people. When there is a point which is supposed to be raised, raise that particular point. Raise that particular point. If there is a point which you feel that needs to be raised in a discussion, go ahead, raise it. Folded arms नहीं चलेंगे. It again means that you are hiding a few things. बराबर बैठो, normal बैठो chair पे, and have a discussion. और उसके बाद क्या है, और क्या है? Don't look restless. Looking restless is also not a good sign. Playing with mobile phone, playing with your keychain, doing banging your desk tuck with fingers. All these are not a good signs. Avoid this thing, people. Comfortably better. Do not rush into things. Okay. Comfortably better. Do not rush into things, and your interview will be very good. Your interviews will be good. You will clear the interviews. Proper तरीके से discussions करो. Show some flexibility if required. Flexibility if required in the sense, अब आप MNCs की बात करोगे, right? They have different offices at different location. Few projects run from one location. At the same time, there are different projects which runs from different location. They themselves can't guarantee कि कौन से location में कौन से ज़्यादा projects है. तो काफी बार ऐसा होता है, अगर स्पेशली आप फ्रेशर हो, they may hire you from a particular location and they may place you at some other locations. It is a general practice there. So as a fresher, try to show some flexibility. अगर ऐसा situation है कि आप अगर flexibility बता सकते हो, ideally speaking it should be, show some flexibility. 2 साल का experience ले लो, उसके बाद आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा requirements खुल जाएंगे. Okay? अगर आपको कोई पूछे कि if required, can you extend the shift? जनरली ऐसा होता नहीं है. ये होता है जब कोई करंट सिचुएशंस रहता है इन एन आईटी फील्ड, जब कुछ बैच जा रहा है, कुछ लाइव जा रहा है, और इफ समथिंग गोज रॉन्ग देन पीपल हैव टू एक्सटेंड, राइट? बट स्टिल दे विल चेक कमिटमेंट, व्हाट टाइप ऑफ कमिटमेंट यू हैव. प्रॉपर कमिटमेंट बताओ, कॉन्फिडेंट रहो, कम्युनिकेशन अच्छा रखो, कमिटमेंट बताओ, अंडरस्टैंडिंग बताओ, पर्सनैलिटी पॉजिटिव, एनर्जेटिक, पॉजिटिव वाइब्स बताओ. इसके अलावा क्या है गाइस, इतना करो एंड यू विल बी सिलेक्टेड. 80 to 90% यू विल बी सिलेक्टेड. इसके अलावा और कौन कुछ नहीं देखता. आप टेक्निकल स्टफ बराबर कर लो. यू बी हम्बल, बट एट द सेम टाइम डू नॉट बी टू सबमिसिव. इफ देयर इज अ पॉइंट, देयर इज अ पर्टिकुलर वे हाउ टू रेज इट. प्रॉपर तरीके से पॉइंट्स रेज करो. एरोगेंट मत दिखो. क्रॉस क्वेश्चन पॉइंट ऐसी रेज करो कि इट शुड नॉट, अदर्स विल नॉट फील ह्यूमिलिएटेड. अगर आप वैसे करोगे तो इट वोंट बी गुड. ओके, और क्या है गाइस? आई एम प्रीटी डन विद दैट. और कुछ है गाइस which you want me to talk about? Any points? कुछ है क्या? Have I completed a few things in my early workshops? कुछ करा है क्या?
Sir, negotiation with the HR about salary.
बोलो. Yes, पुरुषोत्तम. I didn't.
Negotiation कैसे करें सर? बहुत मतलब जिसको हाई सैलरी चाहिए हो HR से negotiate कैसे करें सर? If technically is good.
होता क्या है? The general rule is that you should know how much your experience is. You should know your technology. You should know the market, how much people, how much companies are offering for that particular technology. Once you know these things, then you know that what you can expect from the market. तो ये research कर लो. Like ambitionsbox.com है, glassdoor.com है. There are many websites जहाँ पर आपको salaries मिल जाएंगे. Accordingly, try to negotiate. Accordingly, आपका जितना capable है, आप market जितना pay कर रहा है आपको, ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ योर एक्सपीरियंस ऑन द टेक्नोलॉजी। अगर आपका टेक्नोलॉजी बहुत निश है तो काफी सारे कंपनीज ऐसे भी होते हैं कि बहुत ज्यादा पे करते हैं। यू शुड नो योर वर्थ। इफ यू नो योर वर्थ, इफ योर करंट, जनरली क्या करते हैं लोग, लास्ट जो सैलरी रहती है राइट, उसके ऊपर 30% इंक्रीमेंट दे देते हैं। बट अगर मार्केट में आपके जैसे लोग नहीं है, देयर आर मेनी थिंग्स गाइस, राइट। अगर आप कोई एक पर्टिकुलर स्किल सेट जावा के रिक्वायरमेंट के लिए जा रहे हो, देन देयर विल बी लाइक मेनी पीपल विथ यू, काफी लोग जावा के लिए है। तो अगर आप हाई डिमांड करोगे, आप उतना डिमांड करो जितना आप ले सक, जितना कंपनी के स्टैंडर्ड्स है, मार्केट स्टैंडर्ड्स है, तो देयर आर चांसेस दैट अदर पीपल विल एग्री विद द कंपनी स्टैंडर्ड्स, राइट। सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू आइडेंटिफाई आपके स्किल सेट, आपके एक्सपीरियंस के लिए हाउ मच इज द मार्केट इज रेडी टू पे, और अगर आपका उतना क्लेम कर रहे हो तो यस, गो अहेड एंड टेल देम। उसके बाद आप नेगोशिएशंस कर सकते हो, टेल देम दैट यू विल जस्टिफाई दैट पर्टिकुलर सैलरी एंड ऑल दैट स्टफ, ब्ला ब्ला। एवरीथिंग डिपेंड्स ऑन हाउ यू कम्युनिकेट। एंड अनदर थिंग इज, सैलरी जनरली डिपेंड्स ऑन द स्लैब। अब स्लैब बोले तो इफ यू हैव अ पर्टिकुलर डेजिग्नेशन, वो डेजिग्नेशन के सैलरी के दो स्लैब्स रहते हैं, वन इज लोअर स्लैब, वन इज अपर स्लैब, और पीपल आर रिस्ट्रिक्टेड, उसके ऊपर नहीं दे सकते, उसके नीचे नहीं दे सकते। तो व्हाट हैपेंस इज दैट अगर वो स्लैब कंपनी के मार्केट स्टैंडर्ड में रहा तो उसमें ही आना चाहिए। अगर फिर भी आपका प्रोफाइल से बहुत ही ज्यादा इंप्रेस्ड है लोग, इफ दे आर नॉट गेटिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर पर्सन हु इज एज गुड एज यू, देन दे विल गो अहेड एंड टेक एक्सटर्नल अप्रूवल्स। तो फिर उन लोग अप्रूवल्स लेके आते हैं। दैट इज हाउ इट एक्चुअली वर्क्स। फिर उनको उतना सैलरी थोड़ा सा अप्रूव करके देना पड़ता है। सो द आइडियल वे इज अपना सैलरी, अपना अपना जॉब जो है, स्किल सेट और एक्सपीरियंस लो, कौन से कंपनीज कितना दे रहे हैं। देखो, सर्विस बेस्ड कंपनीज का एक पर्टिकुलर रेंज रहता है, देयर आर अ फ्यू प्रोडक्ट बेस्ड कंपनीज जो कि उनका अलग ही रेंज रहता है। आप देखो आप कौन सी कंपनी में अप्लाई कर रहे हो, आप कौन सी कंपनी में इंटरव्यू दे रहे हो, अकॉर्डिंगली उनके साथ डील करो। इट शुड नॉट गो के उनके बियॉन्ड भी नहीं जाना चाहिए और बहुत कम भी नहीं रहना चाहिए। अगर आपको कंपनी कोई इतना दे रही है तो वो स्टडी करो और उसके हिसाब से इट शुड बी फाइन। ठीक है, अभी रुको, देयर वाज समथिंग नोन एज हाउ टू आइडेंटिफाई फेक जॉब्स, राइट। वी मिस दैट पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट बिकॉज there are many fake jobs rotating. There are people who are doing scams. Like टेक महिंद्रा का, like एक साल पहले टेक महिंद्रा का कोई बंदे कर रहे थे, they were like issuing the offer letters in the name of टेक महिंद्रा, fake offer letters. So they are going ahead and doing scams of that level as well. Ultimately क्या करता है बोलते, they ask for money, बोलते कि हम लोग का कुछ फीस है, then खाली इतना रजिस्ट्रेशन फीस दे दो and we will keep you updated. So guys, fake offers रहते हैं, you have to be vigilant. Fake offers can come you from anywhere. जो रिक्वायरमेंट्स आपके पास आती है, कॉन्टैक्ट दिस ईमेल आईडी, और जो आपको पोर्टल्स के थ्रू भी जो रीच करते हैं, देयर आल्सो कैन बी फेक रिक्वायरमेंट्स. यू शुड बी सेंसिबल व्हाइल डीलिंग विद दिस पीपल. लाइक अगर कोई खाली ऐसा प्रॉपर कम्युनिकेशन नहीं है, प्रॉपर इंटरव्यू प्रोसेस नहीं है, इफ वन बाय वन इफ यू आर जस्ट गोइंग एट इंटरव्यूज, क्लियर करते जा रहे हो, सिलेक्ट करते जा रहे हो, और वहां पर कोई आपको फिर फाइनली बोलता है कि ओके दिस इज अ पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस, यू हैव टू पे समथिंग टू अस एंड देन वी विल प्रोवाइड यू समथिंग, then it's the sign of it being a fake, right? So these are the things. जॉब डिस्क्रिप्शन प्रॉपर फॉर्मेट में नहीं लिखा हुआ है, अगर उसमें कम्युनिकेशन मिस्टेक्स है, if it's not properly written, it's again a sign of a job which is being fake, job description which is being fake. अगर बहुत ही आपको अनरीजनेबल अमाउंट से सैलरी दे रहा है, that is also a fake job. So do not fall in these type of traps. जहां पर आपको कोई आपके फाइनेंशियल डिटेल्स मांग रहा है, इनके सैलरी के, जो सैलरी नहीं, लाइक पिन मांग रहा है एंड ऑल दिस स्टफ. आधार कार्ड, पैन कार्ड, इलेक्शन कार्ड, ये शेयर होते हैं, बट जेन्युइन अगर आपका सिलेक्शन हो गया है तो आइडेंटिटी प्रूफ के उससे. अगर स्टार्टिंग में ही कोई कौन आपको मांग रहा है तो इट्स अगेन अ साइन टू बी अ बिट कॉशियस देयर. तो ये सब चीजें will basically be very important to identify whether the job is fake. और अगर आपको अलार्मिंग सिचुएशन हो गया तो just pull yourself back from that.
एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन है सर.
Yes, Purushottam.
सर ये सैलरी का स्ट्रक्चर किसके हाथ में होता है? कंपनी का सैलरी स्ट्रक्चर,
Approval.
कंपनी का एम्प्लॉय का सैलरी स्ट्रक्चर किसके हाथ में होता है? एचआर के हाथ में या मैनेजमेंट के हाथ में?
Managers दो चीज रहते हैं, मैनेजर्स कैन अप्रूव वॉट एवर दे वॉन्ट टू अप्रूव। वो तो उनके स्लैब्स में अगर आता है तो मैनेजर्स आपका सैलरी दे सकते हैं, जो आपका टेक्निकल जो फाइनल राउंड लेते हैं जनरली ऑप्स मैनेजर्स। और उसके साथ साथ जो एचआर ह्यूमन रिसोर्स प्रोफेशनल रहते हैं, दे ऑल्सो हैव थिंग्स इन देयर हैंड। उनके भी कुछ रहते हैं प्रोजेक्ट का जो रहता है, लाइक इफ देयर इज अ पर्टिकुलर प्रोजेक्ट देन द मैनेजर कैन गो अहेड एंड से दैट ओके आई वांट टू हायर दिस पर्सन, और वो आपका सैलरी डिफाइन करता है। अगर आप एचआर रहेगा तो ही विल हैव अ रेंज विथ हिम, लोअर लेवल का इतना है, टॉप लेवल का इतना है। इफ थिंग्स गो गुड, अगर फिर भी मैनेजर को लेना है तो ही कैन ऑल्सो गो अहेड विथ एन एक्सेप्शनल अप्रूवल। तो अल्टीमेटली मैनेजर कैन दे टेक दोस कॉल्स।
Sir, wait for 1 minute. I'm not asking about the CTC. I'm asking about the components of the salary. Who can, मतलब किसके हाथ में होता है सर ये डिस्कस कि मतलब किसको कितनी देनी है, मतलब सैलरी का स्ट्रक्चर।
ये बेसिक डिजाइन रहता है, लाइक सीटीसी, इफ यू टॉक अबाउट सीटीसी, उसमें रहता ही है हाउस अलाउंस रहता है। दीज आर ऑल,
और ये सब चेंज भी हो सकता है क्या सर?
नहीं, these doesn't change. There are a few things which happens in a particular format, और ये सब तरफ वैसे ही रहता है। सीटीसी रहेगा तो उसके अंदर हाउस रेंट अलाउंस रहना ही है, उसके अंदर कुछ एक्सक्लूजन्स रहना है, तो ये वेरिएबल पे रहना है। कंपनी में थोड़ा डिफर रहेगा, बट मोस्ट ऑफ द थिंग्स वहां पर रहते हैं वो।
ओके, थैंक यू सर,
आपका
थैंक यू।
सीटीसी देख लो, आप सीटीसी देखो, टेक होम देखो। आइडियली स्पीकिंग, इफ यू आर लुकिंग फॉर अ जॉब, यू शुड जस्ट सी के व्हाट वुड बी योर टेक होम, और उसके बाद में वेरिएबल्स क्या रहते हैं। देयर आर अ फ्यू कंपनीज हु हायर पीपल एंड दे गिव जॉइनिंग बोनस एज वेल। कोई वो सब
हाँ, आई नो, यस सर।
तो जॉइनिंग बोनस भी देते हैं। सो इफ यू हैव दैट पर्टिकुलर, इफ यू आर इन अ पर्टिकुलर पोजीशन वेयर इन यू कैन एक्चुअली, if you are some actually a gem, if there is no other person like you, then he will go ahead and take those approvals। उन लोग कुछ ना कुछ करके आपको ले लेंगे, but they also should have that much budget। ठीक है शैलेंद्र, 2.5 years to 2 years of gap। श्री शैलेंद्र, अगर if you are working, if you have worked at a big stretch, अगर आप 7-8 साल काम करे हो ऑलरेडी, 5-6 साल काम करे हो, then something has happened in your life which, due to which you are not able to focus on your job, and you have to take that decision wherein you just move to focus on something else, so that you can do justice to your both personal life and your professional life also doesn't affect। अगर ऐसे टाइप में है तो 2 years का गैप भी मैटर नहीं करेगा। जब आप कोई भी सेंसिबल बंदे से बात करते हो, अगर इफ यू आर हैविंग अ वर्ड विद एनी रिक्रूटर, और इफ यू आर हैविंग अ वर्ड विद एनी प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर, अगर आप एट अ स्ट्रेच वर्क कर रहे हो और कोई भी बहुत ही जेन्युइन इश्यू हो गया है, कुछ ना कुछ हुआ है, और अगर आप, it was necessary for you to go there, accidents can happen, something can happen in your family, few things can happen, but that should be really genuine, तो मैटर नहीं करता है। और अगर आप फ्रेशर हो तो इट्स लाइक, व्हाई डिडंट यू गेट अ जॉब? Is it that you are doing some business? Is it that what you are doing in this 2.5 years? Have you put those efforts? Have you done some internships? What all trainings you have been through? That's the problem, is that अगर आपका इतना गैप बढ़ते जाता है, right? तो what will you claim in this particular experience? What will you claim in this 2 to 3 years? There should be something, there should be internship, there should be training, because more and more gap is increasing, the freshers are coming in, and like they are a fresher, if fresher के requirements आते हैं, they will go ahead with a person who is a fresher। और अगर कोई एक्सपीरियंस का रिक्वायरमेंट आता है, 2 साल के एक्सपीरियंस का, they will go ahead with a person who has 2 years of experience। So ideally speaking, if there is a gap after graduation, see TCS में, TCS का जो निंजा हायरिंग रहता है, TCS निंजा हायरिंग, TCS का NQT को टेस्ट रहते हैं, उसका एलिजिबिलिटी चेक करो। लाइक देयर आर अ फ्यू कंपनीज हु आर कंसीडरिंग 2 years आल्सो एज फ्रेशर, जब अपना कोरोना का टाइम हुआ था, राइट? सो इट्स नॉट लाइक कंप्लीटली सेइंग नो टू एनीथिंग, बट इन दिस 2 years what have you done? In this 2 years what have you done? Have you done any certifications? Have you done any internships? Have you done any projects? What was the level of commitment for you to get a job? All those things should be there। और अगर उसमें कुछ फैमिली हो गया which अगर आप 2 years, तो ऑटोमेटिकली वो भी बताता है कि यू हैव एक्चुअली डन समथिंग गुड। खुद से प्रोजेक्ट करे हैं देखो, add all these things in your resume, कुछ trainings करे हैं क्या देखो. And yes, there are times wherein 2 years का experience, 3 years का experience को भी fresher बोल के ले रहे थे लोग. Accenture was taking 2 years people, specifically कोरोना टाइम में. तो वो सब अगर आप बता सकते हैं, आप internship इतना गैप बढ़ेगा तो कुछ ना कुछ कर रहे होते हैं, राइट? इंटर्नशिप्स कर रहे होते हैं, कुछ ना कुछ कर रहे होते हैं, तो ऑल दोस थिंग्स शुड कम देयर. ठीक है, चलो गाइस, आई थिंक वी हैव कंप्लीटेड क्वाइट अ फ्यू थिंग्स. So start doing these things, my friends. So start applying these things and you will soon see the result. Things will really change for you. I'm talking on the basis of the experience, what I've seen happening, which people are incorrectly doing in the organization. If you start working towards these things and do it in the right way with commitment, guys, you have to be committed. Up step by step, whatever we have discussed, step by step, you keep doing that. And ultimately, hota hai. Generally होता क्या है, लोग एक महीना ट्राई करते हैं. लाइक आई हैव सीन पीपल हु वाज ट्राइंग फॉर जॉब फॉर 1 year. सो उसका काफी सारा हाई सीनियर लेवल बंदा था, 1 साल का जॉब ढूंढ रहा था. ही वाज वर्किंग इन मलेशिया, उसको जॉब नहीं मिल रहा था. हिज फैमिली केम इनटू क्राइसिस एंड ऑल. सो ही व्हाट ही डिड वाज ही अप्लाइड डायरेक्टली वीजा ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर कंपनी, और वहां पर कोई कंट्री में चला गया, गल्फ कंट्री में, और वहां से जाके फिर पर्सनली ही गिव एन इंटरव्यू. सो होल पॉइंट इज, इफ यू जस्ट गेट सैड एंड think in negative manner, then your mind will stop working. You have to be positive. You need to have patience. Patience is the key, guys, because you are applying for job. If you do it in the right way, show proper patience, then things will work for you. Okay, guys, I
Yes,
think
sir.
I think we have covered most of the things. Acha, Swati, if any vacancy, give an update. Tausif has shared something, right? Do one thing. Okay, we run a group. We run a particular group. Tausif has shared a link while we were discussing. I will just share you the link of that group once again. So what we do is, there is this particular group wherein I personally get requirements from quite a few. Wait. See, so what we do is, as a human resource professional, I keep getting requirements for everywhere. Maybe your friends, or maybe I am a part of group which is the HR group. So we keep posting quite a few requirements in this particular groups. So we keep posting groups there. So usme see if there is anything related to you, or usme apply karo. But the whole point is, guys, if you're not doing it in the way how we have discussed, then things will not happen. डूइंग इट इन द राइट मैनर शुड बी द वे. अगर आप खाली अप्लाई करते जाओगे तो आपको कोई रिप्लाई भी नहीं करेगा. आप सही तरीके से अप्लाई करो, रेज्यूमे सही बनाओ, एंड देन यू विल सी द डिफरेंस. और उसके साथ साथ जॉब सर्च इंजन जितने भी अपन अभी डिस्कस किए, सब एक्सप्लोर करो. उसके बाद देन थिंग्स विल टर्न गुड फॉर यू. ओके, एनीथिंग एल्स, गाइस?
Hello, sir. Akila here, this side.
हे अखिला. यस अखिला.
Yeah, hi. Yeah, hi, sir. How are you, sir? It's a long time after like attending your session.
Long
Yeah.
time. How about
Yeah,
you?
yeah. It's a long time, sir. Like, yeah. So just I want to know, like, give some kind of my review, or kind of the suggestions, or what I get the benefits from your session. Before this session, like which I started earlier, so my communication was not that much good. So after seeing the inputs from you, like recent days, like like in IT market, in the interview, or like doing kind of the seminars, how the communications has like putting key role. Then I started what you given the points, and as well as with the Toshif sir. So I like enjoying the fruits of the communication as well. Like like if like I like increased a lot, and I got a good spontaneous to talk, and like irrespective of the topic, or like irrespective of the any platform I can say. And I break my shells like fear, hesitations, and insecurity, and what other people will think. it's okay. They will think about us, but confidence is a boosting up the communication skills. And these sessions and these seminars, like giving so much. And I will be like, when I'm talking and being like the Ramesh sir, so he will be talking this manner. Okay, we need to use compose levels or like kind of pauses, and how we have to inject our thoughts into the people's mind. Communication, it's all about injecting our thoughts and making sense to the people to listen, making interesting the topic. So that is the thing I have learned from the Ramesh sir. And these sessions are like helping me a lot. And many people suggesting that if you're having good communication, willing to improve now, follow these rules and guidelines. So it will be useful and will be uh, give good results in your future. That's it I can say. And thank you, sir.
Most welcome. There is a big difference if you talk about difference, Akila, right? You have been putting efforts, and all those who put efforts, they can see difference in their life. The way the things happen, as you said, the way communication, the most important thing it is, the way you are communicating now, you have been working towards it, and whenever you work towards something, then it automatically the result is bound to happen. So there is already a good major change. And all these people, I think most of them are a part of career transformation group as well, right? Career transformation season, which just recently started. So Akila is also one of the members of that, and we have really seen a major difference. So these things will happen out there. So gradually, the more and more this career transformation season, if it proceeds more and more, you will be given task, and it's all together a different kind of thing. So I'm already assuming that you guys are up there, so automatically things will happen, everything will change. So just be there with us, and thank you, Akila. Your words have been very motivating.
Thank you, sir.
Most welcome, Akila. Most welcome. Okay, guys, chalo. Let's wrap up. Any final thing which is remaining, or tomorrow, so day after tomorrow, na? I don't know. Tausif will communicate kal kuch hai ya Monday se directly hai. So let's see. I wish you all the best. Keep trying, guys. Keep applying for the right things, and I'm sure that things will start working good. Okay.